People thought it would never happen again, a treble in English football, and Guardiola did it in 6 years. That is outstanding.
No one remembers the second man that went on the moon. Trust me.
It was Buzz Aldrin. I remember. You've got to keep that in.
United are still the biggest club in England.
How can you be the biggest club in England if you've not won your own league title in, 15 years? It's embarrassing.
How long did Liverpool go without winning it?
Leicester City have
How long
won
did
the
Liverpool
league
go without
title
winning?
more recently than you.
just
Leicester
killed your
City,
point,
they're in the
Liverpool.
Championship.
Liverpool went how long without winning it?
It doesn't matter. We're in.
But you just said we've gone 12 years, but they went 30 without it, and now that's all right.
What, are we living in 2002? We're currently in 2020. What year is it now?
They went 30 years without winning the league title. That counts.
You've not won the league title in 15 years.
Again, I kind of hate talking about, our club's bigger than yours, because really you just want to be the most successful team. Being the biggest doesn't matter, and they are that. They've got as many league titles, more European Cups.
Double.
Yeah, but they're not a bigger club than Man United.
I think they are.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
I see more Liverpool shirts around the UK. When I travel around the UK...
Yeah, now because the top of the league and they're all out there with their tops on. That's it. When they're fifth again, they won't have their tops on and they won't be out there.
You're the biggest club in the 90s.
Liverpool fans go.
No, it's great.
After Real Madrid, we're the biggest.
You've
club
got the
in the world.
Netflix documentary, the Beckham documentary. It's beautiful stuff. This is from the 90s. We're not in the 90s anymore. We're in a whole different world. There's AI, there's social media. Liverpool right now are the Premier League champions. They won the European Cup only a few years ago. You can't even win the Europa League. You're in the Europa League. Club than Manchester United. Man. You're second biggest. That's a great achievement. But you're not first. No,
they're not. There's a reason we can finish 15th and teams want to still join Man United.
Yeah, because you throw a lot of money at the wall.
We're the biggest club in the world.
You waste billions of quid and you're on the New York Stock Exchange. Well done. You won a league title in the 90s.
Guardiola would win the league with this Man United team. 3, 2, 1.
I think Guardiola's shown at times that he needs personnel. And we saw when he got to Manchester City, he had the luxury of being able to buy a goalkeeper. He wasn't sure about him buy another goalkeeper. And I think because of the constraints United have financially, he wouldn't be in a position to do that. Having said that, I think there's some players here that he would be, he'd be pretty good with. I could see an Mbeumo Cunha kind of playing for a Pep team and doing well. We've obviously seen Haaland can thrive under. Haaland's best striker in the world. So look, I'm not comparing Sesko to him, but he can use a big number 9. So you'd argue that front three could probably work. I think Bruno would be great in a Pep team. I think Kobe is a huge talent. Lenny Yoro's a huge talent. So there's players there that he would get the best out of, but he wouldn't. I don't think he could win the league with this midfield.
I think he'd get you top 5. I think he's that good a manager.
I think
he played 4-3-3.
I think that would
keep it. If no 5 defenders on the pitch, 4-3-3, control the ball and be far better at home and build something around the form, the atmosphere at Old Trafford, which is undoubtedly still very, very good. And not play with the negativity that I do still think that you guys have. I think you'd be unbelievable with Guardiola.
Bruno Fernandes is the only Man United player who would get into the City squad.
He's nowhere near the level. And I say that respectfully. I'm not trying to wind you up. I like Bruno Fernandes at your level, coming 15th, losing to Spurs in the Europa League final where he was abysmal, by the way. I mean, 0 out of 10 stuff from Bruno Fernandes against Tottenham Hotspur when you lost to Tottenham Hotspur in a final of the Europa League on a Thursday night. So, look, he's nowhere near the level, is he? De Bruyne's getting 100-point seasons, Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan, David Silva, Fernandinho. These are some of the greatest midfielders in the history of English football. And Bruno Fernandes, he's so wasteful, he's moany. He doesn't carry the Man United shirt in my view of it. I think he's far too much of a diver, moany. I know he does great things on the ball, but I don't like Bruno Fernandes anywhere near the City standard.
Bruno Fernandes improves Manchester City. It's that simple. You look at the numbers that inferior players have put up at Manchester City. I think Bruno Fernandes goes there and absolutely
Who's
tears
inferior?
it up.
Who is that? Who are you talking about?
You look at players that have gone to City, like Raheem Sterling is a fantastic player, but he scored buckets of goals for them because of the system. Kevin De Bruyne, fantastic player, but his assists and stuff have been boosted by the fact he's playing in an attacking system. Everything's going well. You've got great strikers and great players ahead of you. Bruno Fernandes would thrive in that. He had one of the most highest goal contributions in the Premier League, goals and assists, and he was playing with Rasmus Højlund up front.
Yeah.
Like, if he has Erling Haaland up front, suddenly that Premier League record's broken or something.
He improved.
But the question was, is he the only player that starts for Manchester City? I don't think so. I think Lenny Yoro is a fantastic centre-back, and I think any team in the world would be happy to have him.
Diaz and John
I think
Stones.
Lenny Yoro right now is
he better than John Stones?
Not better than John Stones. I think Amad Diallo possibly plays for City as well. I think he's a massive, massive talent.
What, right wing?
And then you got Cunha and Mbeumo that possibly could as well. But again, it kind of City have got great attacking players, so it depends on what three you start in a day.
I think Bruno on the bench, for sure, in the Milk Cup.
Bruno Fernandes starts. I'm sorry he starts.
Over who?
I don't know, who's your midfielder at the moment? Who's your midfielder?
Be real, Reinders.
As soon as De Bruyne left, Bruno would have been...
Reinders.
Bruno would have been the guy.
Reinders is better than Bruno Fernandes.
He's not better than Bruno Fernandes.
He's a very likeable person.
Bruno Fernandes is one of the best players in the world, and he's playing for one of the worst teams
Just
ever.
getting 15th. You can't be one of the best players in the world and lose to Spurs in the Europa League final on a Thursday night. You just can't. How can you be one of the best?
Happens sometimes.
Man United will qualify for the Champions League this season.
Jesus.
Come on.
You know what? I don't think it's that. If it's 5 spots, I don't think it's that much of a stretch.
I think you're behind Palace, Brighton. I think you're behind Fulham. Honestly, on some level, their league form. Everton have got some great players. Aston Villa. I mean, honestly, you're miles behind Aston Villa, and they just dropped out of it. Nottingham Forest are really top side.
I think we make a push for that 5th spot, but we need to.
You've got to aim for top half finish.
Amorim will be sacked by the end of the season.
I'll go agree. I think he's been backed in a way that no other manager has done since Ferguson. I like some of the signings. I do worry though, we're sat here now. If he loses a few more games, big pressure already. Big pressure. He looks stressed already after the first game.
I think there's a world where Ruben Amorim gets sacked. Obviously, you start off losing the first game of the season. If things begin to get worse, then obviously results-wise, he has to start delivering. I think we've already seen, although the results weren't great, we've already seen some of the football is beginning to improve, and we can clearly see, you know, once you get Sesko starting up front on a regular basis, I think we'll be all right. So,
but what does all right mean? This is Manchester United.
No, I think
you're not a 3-4-3 side.
This season,
I don't see it. I don't see
this season isn't about trying to win the league, is it? It's about showing that there's been, you know, massive improvements in the way we're playing football. Obviously, moving up the table, getting into those European spots is massively important as well, and I think he can do that.
You lack control in midfield. The top sides in the last 10 years of European football history, they play 4-3-3, 4-5-1, a mixture of that, even a 4-4-2 with a diamond. Control in midfield. You got no control in midfield.
I do think the midfield's an issue. In terms of the formation and kind of do you have to play a back three, which is what you asked as well. If we're playing against teams where we're dominating possession and we've got more possession, that eventually moves into a 4 anyway. Yeah. Your wing backs end up moving forward. So I don't think it's, as much as you like to kind of joke about, there's 5 defenders on the pitch. When you're playing in that system and you're attacking, it's not a defensive formation because your wing backs are always
When you
forward.
struggled this season, by the way, he's the quickest manager to lose 15 games in the history of Manchester United. When you've lost those games, those guys never push up because they don't have the confidence. You're asking someone like Harry Maguire,
I don't think there's
Lenny
a confidence
Yoro.
issue at United.
You don't need the extra centre-back in it, and it puts a lot of pressure on your midfield. You've got Casemiro, you've got Bruno Fernandes. It's a geriatric midfield, running around. They've got no legs. One side of my lifetime won the Premier League 3-4-3, and that's Conte. And they had Hazard, they had Costa, they had Matic, Kante. You're a million miles away from that. You're a million miles away.
But football's changed since then, and wing backs are massively important. Wing backs are basically wingers now. And where they are occupying positions on the pitch, Manchester United aren't a defensive team. And when we have possession of the ball, we are moving players forward. And the addition of the goals to the team in Cunha, Sesko and Mbumo is going to have a huge impact.
That's great.
And I think that will carry us through.
City's best ever team would beat United's best ever team. 3-2.
I mean, the issue is they've both played against each other. Sir Alex Ferguson versus Guardiola, and Sir Alex Ferguson, 2 losses.
You're not trying to claim the greatest club side as a Man City team, are you?
No, but Guardiola's come to Man City and created the best ever English club side we've ever seen. 100-point seasons, domestic trebles, 4 in a row, none of which Sir Alex Ferguson ever achieved in his time. And by the way, he had about 3 times as much time as Pep Guardiola had. Bullied the transfer market every single season, never got 100 points, never got 4 in a row. I think Pep is by far, pound for pound, a better manager in the Premier League than Sir Alex Ferguson. And the Centurions would dominate Man United. They wouldn't touch the ball, Man United, honestly.
I genuinely disagree. I love how you tried to squeeze in the Fergie Pep thing, even though that was with Barcelona. And Barcelona had one of the most iconic teams you'll ever see. And interestingly, United's best ever team could possibly still be that 07-08 one, where you've got the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez. And I don't think anything City have got to offer comes close to that front three.
So why did Fergie never get 100 points? Why did he never win 4 in a row?
The league was more competitive.
More competitive when there's less money in it?
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, it was
yeah,
just you and Arsenal.
That's why there would be.
Now you've got Newcastle spending all the money, Chelsea, you've got Spurs spending hundreds of millions of pounds.
You got rattled by a poor Arsenal team, you know. Arteta's Arsenal team. Fergie was competing with
89
Wenger's
points.
Arsenal team and could done him every single
That
time.
Arteta Arsenal side got more points than any Wenger side ever.
So that means it's better.
It's a very good
You've
Arsenal
just
side.
killed your own point.
It's a very good Arsenal
You just
side.
killed your own point there. You're not going to say Arteta's Arsenal side are better than Wenger's, are you?
They've only ever
Please
played.
don't.
They've only ever played against each other twice, and Pep destroyed Ferguson
That was
one time at Wembley.
that was Barcelona, and that,
Yeah, but
they had
that is the same manager.
They had that
He's come over
genius
and translated
Lionel
that
Messi in the team.
He's translated that to English football, and then he's matched Sir Alex Ferguson. He's won a treble in his own right. No, people thought that would never happen again, a treble in English football, and Guardiola did it in 6 years. That is outstanding.
No one remembers the second man that went on the moon. Trust me.
It was Buzz Aldrin. I remember.
Haaland will break Shearer's Premier League goal scoring record.
The issue is, if he didn't have that 10-year contract, we could debate, will he stay? And that's a genuine debate because linked to Real Madrid, of course, linked to Barcelona at points. But he's signed a 10-year contract.
How long is left on that? Like 8 years?
Yeah, he's only on 100 Premier League goals.
That's the only thing the reason I didn't go all this way was because of the fact that he could potentially leave, or you don't know what happens in the future. If your 115 charges kick in and you get relegated, he might have to go. You know, he's not going to stick around in the Championship. So you never know what might happen. But if he stays here for, what's the record,
260.
He needs 6-7 seasons?
If that.
6-7 seasons.
By the way, we're not factoring in.
All
He's
right,
a young
will he
striker.
be at
could-
City
could
for 10
improve.
years? In total?
10 more years from now, or
No,
in total?
in-
In total, yeah. And he's already done 4.
If he's there for 10 years, he'd beat
Yeah,
it.
he will. Yeah. And he deserves to, because he's a fantastic player. He's completely underrated. He gets slagged off by the likes of Roy Keane saying he's a League 2 striker. First season in Premier League football, he scored 52 goals in all competitions. 52. These are numbers unheard of.
He was robbed of a Ballon d'Or.
That's crazy. Go on, mate. You go for the big slice. I'm on a diet at the moment, so I'm going to go for the little one.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. What's your score prediction? Be real now. Be real.
What do you mean, if I be real? Ruben Amorim beat Pep twice last season. I think we win.
Really?
It's City. It's Amorim. It's the Etihad. United turn up for those games. And you've seen what Amad Diallo did to you boys last time, didn't you?
I think you'll lose 5-0. I'm not even joking. I think it's 5-0. Honestly, bookmark it.
2-1 United.
Seriously.
It's coming in. Good luck, you're going to need it.
Good luck.